welcome back to my channel. So I feel like I've got a bit of explaining to do before I jump into the video. If you want to just go straight into the haul, then I'll leave the time linked on the screen now so you can just skip to it. But I thought I should explain myself first. As you can probably tell, I'm in a completely different background. I have moved out of my family home and I didn't think I'd be filming in this flat. So that is why I've got the plainest background, literally the plainest, beigest, creamy wall I could find in my flat. I've sat on the floor and filmed in front of. That is also why the lighting is a bit rubbish. I have a window there and a window behind me, so the light will keep coming in and out during this video, so I'm sorry, you'll just have to bear with me because I've left my ring light at my family home. So if I feel like filming more videos, then I will bring my ring light back. So anyway, if you'd like to see what I bought from the new Morphe Stratford London store, then just keep watching. Oh, I got a little head thing going on. Right, ow. Oh, that was savage. I just clawed myself. As you can see, oh, it doesn't even look that full. I have got a pretty full bag. So in actual fact, I went to the Stratford Westfields just to go to the Morphe store because when I saw it open last week, I was so excited. If you're new to my channel or if you don't already know, I am a huge fan of Morphe. I use it pretty much in my everyday. All my makeup brushes are from them. I know some people have an issue around Morphe as a brand, but I have to say I think their products are really reasonably priced and are really great quality for what they are. And that's why I like spending my money on these products. They've never let me down so far, so I will keep buying from them. So if you don't like Morphe, then I apologise. Hopefully another video will suit you better. But if you like Morphe and you want to see what I bought, then I'll get started. So the actual reason I really wanted to go for Morphe was to go and try out a different makeup brand that Morphe hold within their stores, and that is Jeffree. And again, I know that'll be a really controversial brand for me to mention, but I just think his products are fantastic. His liquid lipsticks are my go-to. I absolutely love them. So the first thing I picked up is this, which is the Jeffree Skin Frost in Sarcophagus. I tried it on when I was in store, and if you've been wondering what my highlight is, it's this. So let's open it up. I'm so excited. Do you know what I get really scared when I've bought makeup from a shop or anywhere? Is that it's going to turn up and it's going to be smashed. But oh my gosh. Because these were just like popped on the display, I didn't realise how big they are, but now you can see this is huge. I mean, I have a big face. I'm 5'10". My face is long. And if you can see, I mean, it's pretty much the same size as my forehead, and that says everything. But oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this packaging. I think it's so girly. I have the Jeffree mirror in the star shape in this colour too, and I love it. But are you ready? No, because I can't get into it. It is so beautiful. What I love about these as well is they have a huge mirror. So if you're that kind of extra gal that wants to, you know, put their highlight in their bag and take it around with them, this would actually be really ideal because this mirror is amazing. It would be so good for everyday use as well. This is the colour. See, right now in the pan, it doesn't look like anything special. It looks like a bronzy gold, but with this kind of, I don't know why, I think it's got this weird like grey brownish tone to it. But honestly, it is stunning. Yeah, you can see it on my finger there, and I'll just give it a little swatch. This isn't going to be great, but oh my goodness, it is so pretty. It's like the perfect golden tone for like fair to medium skin tones. I think it's just beautiful. You can see it doesn't leave that weird greyish cast when I look straight at you. It's just so stunning, and I'm so happy I got my hands on this. And this retails for £25.50, which yes, is expensive. For a highlight, that is a lot of money, but because this pan size is like no other. It's humongous. I mean, I can't believe, unless I smash it, which I feel like we're going to do, throwing it around the place, but I feel like I will never get through this, and I'm just so excited. I feel like this will quickly become my holy grail highlight. So I think it's worth it for £25, but I do understand that it's pretty expensive. So the next product I picked up is actually pretty boring. I've never had my own, and it's just one of those things in every makeup kit you need, and I'm so lazy. This is actually so bad, I shouldn't admit this. But my go-to lip liners are Rimmel lip liners. I think they're about £3 to £4. And if they're not sharpened, I just won't use them. And it's such a waste. I would rather buy another one than try and find a sharpener that I know I don't have. So I've given it away. I bought a sharpener. And this was £3. I mean, you really don't need to buy it from a makeup store. That's just a bit bougie. You could buy it from, I don't know, a 99p store or wherever. I know, so exciting. So the next thing I bought was actually a set, and it's called the Triple Threat set, and it was £21. And the reason I got it was because I love this setting spray. I've used it a couple of times here on my channel, but I just go through it so fast because I think it's so good. It makes my skin look dewy, keeps my makeup in place all day. So I had to grab another one, and I think these are full priced at £15. Then I picked up another one of my favourite things, which is the Morphe sponges. I am obsessed with the Morphe sponge. I think the one I have is called the Flawless sponge. It's kind of like bulbous shaped. It's got like a bulbous bottom and then a more pointed top. I bought that off what I thought was Jaclyn Hill's recommendation, but I realised at that time in the UK you could only get the Flawless sponge, I believe it's called. And in fact, her favourite is the Highlight and Contour sponge, which I have now picked up. So these two together were £22, or for the set of 3 it was £21. So I thought, might as well save £1 and get an extra product. There's logic. I'll show you what it looks like if you're interested. I think it looks really good. It's got this really flat edge to it, which would be perfect for getting in those inner corners or even baking under my contour. So I think this would be a really great sponge. And then the trio to that, Thriller set, did I say what it's called? Did I say it's called Thrill set? I can't remember. Threat set. And the third thing I picked up to the Threat set is this, which is the Morphe Eyelid Primer. Now, I've actually heard nothing about this, but full priced it was £10. So I thought that was a really good deal. £32 would have been the set individually priced, but it was 21 as a 3. And yeah, as I said, I've never heard anything about this eyelid primer, but I'm really intrigued to try it. I'm quite lazy when it comes to priming my skin or my eyelids because I have such dry skin. I tend to just whack a load of moisturiser on, and that's kind of my priming done. So I'm interested to see how good this is. I'm going to give it a little test now. It just says here, eyelid primer, oh, it's a translucent shade. So let's just have a look. Ooh. Oh, I wouldn't call that translucent, I would definitely call that skin coloured. But it feels really nice. It feels exactly like Professional from Benefit, but it does blend out into nothing, but it has got like a fleshy, light to medium skin toned colour to it. But it feels very nice and quite sticky, which would be great for applying eyeshadow onto. So I'll definitely give that a go. You know that moment when you think, have I had lipstick on my teeth the whole time? I feel like I've had lip gloss on my teeth the whole time, but that's fine. So one of the reasons I went to the Morphe store was to check out the new Jaclyn Hill collection because it has been so controversial. I have the original Jaclyn Hill palette, which I am obsessed with. I think it's beautiful. I know the new Vault collection has had some really big shade thrown at it. I just kind of didn't want to listen to other people's opinion and give it the benefit of the doubt, considering how much I love the original palette. But I have to say, I did go and swatch all those palettes, and I really wanted the green one, which I think is called Army or something, or it's just Army themed, because I have green eyes and I thought it would go perfectly with that. But anyway, the swatches really didn't pay off. And I even put some on my eyelids and I just didn't like the way it looked. So I didn't go with that. But I was very interested in her, is it called the Face Master Collection? The Jaclyn Hill Master Collection, I think it's called, which is her face and eye brushes. So I went over, and I know on the Morphe site in the US, you can buy the Jaclyn Hill brushes as individuals. So I was going into the store really because I wanted a couple from the face collection. I have most of the brushes from her eye collection already in my makeup collection, as most of the brushes are duplicates. They're not, you know, original brushes by Jaclyn Hill. They're already pre-existing Morphe brushes. So there were two I really wanted. One was like the fluffy angled, which I think she calls her everything brush, and the second one was the cream brush. So those were the two brushes I was really interested in. But the girl in the store, who was called Holly, if you're watching, you were incredible. You were so helpful. Thank you so much. And thank you for basically making me spend all my money because your recommendations were amazing. But she let me know that these two brushes, the two brushes that I wanted, the cream and the everything brush, were already in the collection. And so I picked up this, which is the Morphe E4. Ooh, so let's pack it. I think that angle is going to be so great for contour and even really good for blush. And these brushes are so soft. The Elite collection has to be one of my favourite collections. I think it's so, so great. And the second one, which was the cream brush that she talked about in her collection, was quite thick and quite dense, and I like a more precise brush when I'm doing cream contour. I don't particularly have anything in my collection at the moment, so I'm often, sorry for the rustling, I'm often using my beauty blender to blend out creams, or my Morphe Y6 brush, which is the gilded brush. So I picked up the Morphe E8, which is just this tiny, tiny, really soft, lovely brush, and I thought this would be perfect for just blending out cream contour, even cream highlight. I don't tend to wear cream blush because I always think they're a bit vibrant and I can never blend them out quick enough. But I do think for cream highlight and cream bronzer, this is going to be an absolute winner. Then the next thing I bought two of, because I bought one for my friend Sophie as it was her birthday on the weekend. She already knows, that isn't a spoiler. I asked her specifically if she wanted one. This is upside down, yes. This is the snakeskin brush holder. Now I have a brush holder at the moment in my collection, which I bought from Primark. It's really pretty. It's like a barrel rose gold brush holder, but it's too short. It's about this big, and it crushes all my brushes. And I realised that they were all, when I took them out of the case, they were all slanted, which was so annoying. So I wanted a big brush holder that would fit all my brushes, because that doesn't fit my entire collection in either, and that would be long enough so it didn't crush any of my brushes. You know, when you open things up and they're really chemically smelling, this is one of those. It's kind of making my eyes water, but that's fine. This lies perfectly flat on the table, so if you're in a hotel, this will lie perfectly flat and you'll be able to see all your brushes. And that fits a lot of brushes in it, which I'm so happy about. And to show you it fits even long brushes in and fluffy brushes, I'll put my two new brushes in. So this is quite a long brush for me, and it fits perfectly, as you can see, with even extra room. So if you have a big powder brush or a big bronzer brush, that should be plenty of room. So I'm so happy that I picked this up. And this is £20, which again, I think is quite expensive, but I think it's so practical and you'll get so much use out of it. And they are very, very sturdy. And I think the snakeskin print is actually really nice. Once again, the Jaclyn Hill Master Collection comes with a really pretty silver sparkly packaging, but annoyingly you can't buy that on its own. Oh, I've got a cramp in my foot. And then last but not least, this was the purchase that I really just didn't need, but I really wanted. And sometimes in life, you work hard for a reason and you're allowed to treat yourself on things you probably don't actually need. And the rest of those things were either, you know, repeat purchases or things I kind of just thought my collection was missing. Obviously, you don't ever need makeup, but this is just the one thing I like to spend my money on. Everyone has something, and I personally just like to spend my money on makeup. Last thing I bought was the 35M Boss Mood palette, and I am so happy with this. A lot of my palettes in my collection are very neutral. I have the Makeup Revolution Neutrals versus Neutrals, which is one of my go-to palettes. So beautiful. Has like pinky, taupey purple colours in. I love it. Obviously, I've already mentioned I have the Jaclyn Hill palette in my collection. I have the Naked Original in my collection. I have the Morphe 35O. I have the Morphe 35T. I have the 25A, which is like the Copper Spice palette. Anyway, I have quite a few Morphe palettes, but this honestly just caught my eye. I was originally looking to get the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette, but that was £45 for far less shades. Yes, they do come in bigger pans, but it all kind of had a similar colour story. They were all like reds and pinks, and I just wanted something else in my collection that I would definitely get a lot of use out of. So this is why I picked up the Morphe 35M. This is the palette. And what I love as well is they've given them all names, because in a lot of the other Morphe palettes they don't have names. I know the Jaclyn Hill does. It is such a stunning palette. I mean, on camera it looks incredibly vibrant, and you're probably thinking, Sammy, I thought you said you wanted some kind of wearable shades. I just thought it would be so different and something really fun to add to my collection. And the pigmentation of both the mattes and the shimmers is phenomenal. I'm just loving this green right up the top. These kind of khakis I think will really complement my green eyes. So I'll do a few swatches for you. Obviously I've got nothing on my fingers and nothing on my arms, so I'm just going to swatch a few. Firstly, I'm going to swatch the shade Pop Star, which is this kind of stunning greeny gold. I'm really not very good at swatching either, so just bear with me. Nude Tude, kind of mustardy khaki, which I think is beautiful. Sheen Stealer, or like gunmetal grey with green reflex in it. I'm then going to go with a completely different colour, which is Colour Persona, which is just beautiful. I'm in love with that colour. Great Expectations. See what I did there? Oh my gosh, that colour is stunning. Red Carpet. I have to admit that red carpet needed a couple of swatches, but I know reds are really hard to get the pigment perfect. I don't mind reds that are buildable either, because sometimes if you go too heavy in with a red too quickly, it can just make you look a bit sick, which is never a good look. Then I'm going to go in with this orange, which is called Fired Up. These are so buttery. I cannot explain how buttery and soft they feel to the touch. Stand Out, which is definitely like an olive green shimmer, which pigmentation is phenomenal. Black Magic. I think you can really tell how good a palette is from their black, because blacks are hard, because I actually like a black that is buildable, because if you go too heavy on with the black, your eye becomes so smoky, and sometimes I can just think it can look a little drag queen. And that's no disrespect, because I completely admire drag queens for their talent. I think they're exceptional, but I just don't want my makeup to look like that. I kind of prefer like the more natural look that has a little bit of an edge. So I like my blacks to be buildable, but you can always tell how good a palette is from their black. And I mean, that is one swatch, that's phenomenal. So if you get this palette, use Black Magic with a light hand. And then lastly, what should I swatch? I'm going to swatch this blue, which is called Centre of Attention, which is very accurate if you know me. That is so pigmented and so pretty. It's like this, oh, I'm going to get my watch all over it. It's like this black matte with purple and silver and maybe even pink shimmers in it, and it looks so beautiful. So there are some of the colours from the palette. And there you have it. That is everything I bought from the new Morphe store in Stratford, London. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up and also click my face to subscribe. I love you guys lots, and I will hopefully be seeing you a lot sooner. Bye!